And here's Michael Heny. He's the winemaker from, you guys might remember from last time. And we've got a different tour this time. We're going to look at the production facilities, some bottling facilities here, and also walk out to the vineyard and check that out.
Yeah.
And thank you, Michael. Appreciate it.
Sure, great. Yeah. So today we're going to look at, this is where we do our filtration if a wine's getting filtered, and then we'll show you the bottling line. So this is the filter that we use, which is pretty common these days. It's called a cross-flow filter. So kind of traditional filters would just have some kind of filtration medium that you would kind of push your liquid through this way, and it would have like a certain pore size and kind of collect the things larger than the pore size, let the rest of it through. And that works great on smaller volumes, but this kind of cross-flow technology was originally developed for filtering, making fresh water from salt water. So each one of these tubes has, it's kind of like a capillary, so the wine travels on the inside, and it's pressurized and sort of pushes the liquid through that, so it gets filtered on the inside. So we have a tremendous amount of surface area in a small, in a relatively small footprint. And then what else also helps is the strong filtration medium is we can program it to back flush. So every so often the wine will go backwards, so it'll kind of push the stuff, kind of the dirty stuff back in a solution. So so that's what we do when we're filtering. So we're just going into the cleaning cycle now. We're finished filtering for the day.
And Michael, does it go through several cycles of filtration or just the one time?
It goes through one here. So this is a 0.2 micron size.
Okay.
We're mostly worried about stuff that's 0.45, 0.65. So it's smaller, but it's not absolute, meaning it'll let a few larger pieces go by.
Yeah.
And then on the bottling line, we have two more filters, and those are called sterile absolute filters. So they'll clog up before they let things through. So
Gotcha.
we always look at the free SO2 level before bottling. We like to look at the CO2 level of the wine, because you can really kind of adjust the aromas and the mouthfeel with just some slight adjustments. But then
and you don't want to end up with bubbles in the bottle, right?
Yeah, we don't want bubbles in the bottle, but we also don't want like a super flat bottle.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
by bringing the CO2 up, it can give it a little more life to it. This is our bottling facility.
Looks familiar.
Looks familiar, yeah. So this is a traditional bottling line. So the bottles get dumped here. The wine would travel through here. These are the two final filters. Then the wine would come through here into this filler bowl, and each one of these spouts puts the wine into the bottle. When the bottle comes through, it gets the air gets sparged with nitrogen at this station. So we get it all filled up. All the bottles we start off overfilling the bottles, and then this is the leveler, so it takes a little bit of wine back out to get it to a consistent level and puts it back in the filler bowl. This is where our corker is, so it pulls a vacuum and puts the cork in. So the bottle keeps on traveling down here. Gets the capsule applied here, so this puts the capsule on the bottle, and then this kind of crimps it down, smooths it out, and put the label on there, and voila.
Now, do you have different labeling capabilities, meaning that you got your front and back label, and then perhaps some awards or ratings?
Yeah, so we can just do a front and back label here. Okay. So we can't do like, sometimes you have like the sticker that goes up here, or the cigar band up here. The label company, if on the piece of paper they could put some like different strips, so there are some options there. We do some Method Champenois wines. You can sort of see it over here. We have two of the gyro palettes for doing Method Champenois wine. We do about 1,000 cases a year of Method Champenois, and that's to get the sediment down to the neck of the bottle before freezing it and disgorging.
So you have different angles that you can set.
Yeah.
And you program it and it does automatically. You're actually manually rotating the bottles.
Right. So I think once an hour, and it's not a really dramatic move. It's just kind of
a little bit.
Yeah.
but it works really well. Yeah, they have kind of the pupitras for the traditional hand riddling. You know, this whole aisle would be gone just kind of to do those 1,000 bottles. So it's a much smaller footprint also. Well, this building's been here probably 30-some years, but we just moved our bottling facility down here this spring. Okay. So we had about 20 miles north, but this had been a different winery, but we purchased it a couple of years back. Okay. So just try and bring everything closer together. So we bottle Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday every week, about 35, 40 weeks of the year. So always bottling something.
Yeah.
So we can move on to the hot part of the tour and go look at some vines.
Yeah, just to let you guys know, it's about 95 degrees here, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So that's the hot part.
Yes, it's been kind of a rainy summer so far.
Yes.
So much rain.
Good question here, right? That's where the bottles get washed.
This is actually it's a forced carbonation line. So
Okay.
in addition to doing the more traditional method champenois sparkling wine, we also do forced carb. And so for doing the forced carbonated wines, we have these pressurized tank that can hold pressure up to about 60 psi, and we would filter the wine into here. And then we have some sparging stones that introduces the CO2 into it. So it's just a more basic method of making a sparkling wine. So maybe it doesn't, certainly the product isn't as good as a traditional method champenois, but it's great for just kind of like more casual sipping sparkling wines. And that's a counter pressure filler. So from the time it leaves the tank to the time it enters the bowl, it's completely under pressure, so we're not losing carbonation.
And how do you accomplish that? Just
so we have these specialized hoses somewhere. That can handle all the pressure,
Gotcha.
and it's just a closed system.
Yeah.
So we work with grapes all throughout the state of Virginia, but this is our estate vineyard. It's not the greatest site in the state. It's a little bit low, kind of prone to frost. The soils are a little bit heavy, so we're kind of working on finding the varietals that work best here. Our main vineyard is called Heny. It's about 30 miles north of here, and it's kind of a classic mountain vineyard with a nice slope to it, really good drainage. But this is a great place to have a tasting room, so we're trying to figure out what works best here. So what we have right now is there's about an acre of Petit Verdot down there. Behind the shed, there's an acre of Cabernet Franc that was planted 3 years ago. Then we're going to go look at the Cabernet Sauvignon now. And then further down, this is a pretty exciting project. It's actually one of the Northeast Italian near vinifera hybrids. So it's Sauvignon. I think it's Kratos. So it's like 99.99% vinifera, but they put in some genes that make it resistant to some of the fungal pressure that we have around here. So we're really excited to see how that does here.
Perfect. Cabernet Sauvignon, that's new to this area, right? Pretty much.
So Cabernet Sauvignon, people have tried to grow it. It's cold, hardy in the winter, so that's good. It's relatively disease and fungal resistant, but it's just really hard to get ripe in our climate. So on some sites in some years you can do it, but it's not the best variety for Virginia.
And is this the first year that you're trying to make wine from those grapes?
No, but truth be told, we use it for rosé.
Okay, gotcha.
So we could make a really nice rosé or mediocre red, so we went for the nice rosé. So.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out, how do we have this big canopy?
Yeah.
Because ideally we'd not like to hedge. It looks like this vineyard has not been hedged, but in some seasons and some varietals we'd have to go through maybe 2, 3, 4 times and hedge it just because it used to be like a jungle.
And do you machine harvest here? Or is it hand harvested?
We're all by hand.
Okay.
Barbersville Machine Harvest and does an awesome job with it.
Yeah.
And there's maybe one other place, but the scales of production, haven't fit for machine harvesting, but as the machines get a little bit cheaper and labor gets so much more expensive,
Yep.
that gap
Makes
is closing
sense.
a little bit.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah. So this, we've got one red berry here, so we're not quite going through veraison. Well, we're just at the beginning of veraison where we're starting to take on some color in some of the berries. So this will ripen up late September or
Late
early
September.
October or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
We're coming out of Japanese beetle season, so
Yeah.
had some damage. So they help us with our hedging.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one good benefit, right?
So one thing I noticed is that they're all pretty low hanging, so there's a nice canopy there too.
Yeah.
Protected from the sun.
We try to establish like a fruit zone where we're in winter. So usually we'll go down say let's look at a good shoot. So this. Oh, yeah, this is a great example. So last year these two things weren't here, and this was a long guy. And then after the season, we pruned it so it had 2 buds left. So it's going up this way. So next year, probably the cut will happen. We want to try to keep the buzz as close to the cordon as possible. So the cut will probably happen here, maybe there also to keep it down. So yeah, most of this growth will get pruned off as we get ready for the next season.
And is there a characteristic to the Cabernet Sauvignon leaf that differentiates it from others?
Yeah, it's known for like the deep sinuses to it. This kind of deep indentation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's actually a really cool woman and works in Virginia, Lucy Morton, who's when you can tell grapes by their leaves, called ampelography. And the most famous ampelographer was Pierre Galette, who worked in Montpellier in southern France, and Lucy was his student in the 70s and 80s and translated his book. And then she's like a world-renowned expert in trunk disease.
Yes.
She's her base is Charlottesville, Virginia.
That's so cool.
Wow. Very nice.
Yeah, I think she's worked a lot in Italy, California.
Perfect.
Well, and it's funny. Last night we met a couple from northern Virginia, and they're like, "Oh, where are you going?" And we told them we're coming here wine tasting. Like, they haven't been there since 2005, and it wasn't very good back then. I mean, that was 20 years ago.
Oh.
Give it another try.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it's evolved, right?
Maybe about 10 years ago, the Virginia Wine Marketing Office kind of did a survey, and oftentimes older consumers who had tried Virginia wines in the 80s and 90s, like, oh, this stuff smells good.
Yeah.
So
Time to have them come back for a retaste. That's what we said. We're like, oh no, it's good. Trust us.
Yeah.
But you need to go try.
yeah, whenever people ask like, who's our competition? Like, is it Italy? Is it France? Is it California? It's the winery down the road who makes a bottle of wine that you don't like. That's our
exactly.
competition.
Yeah.
From here all the way to the end is this is a younger Cabernet Franc planting.
Okay.
That we're working on getting established. There's a few berries around this year, but we won't be harvesting.
2 more years, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
1 acre down there. We won't.
So this is Cabernet Franc as well. And it's all pretty young vines, not ready to be harvested, etc. But has the rain, a lot of rain, affected things, and how do you perceive this harvest is going to be?
Yeah, so it's been wet for sure. So we're it's really has to turn around now if we expect to make some nice red wines. White wines and rosés are easier. So see what we get. It's been a challenging season so far.
Yeah.
But that's what we signed up for.
Any concerns about fungus or anything like that?
Always.
Yes.
Do you guys have spotted lanternflies in your area?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, so they popped up in Pennsylvania about 15 years ago.
Okay.
I think 4 years ago they were in Winchester, and we're starting to get them in our area. But it's not a big challenge. But up in Northern Virginia, there's like thousands of them. And Pennsylvania learned a lot of good techniques that we can learn from with their experience. So that's our latest challenge. Always something new to keep it exciting.
Absolutely. That's why you do this, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Still enjoying it, right?
For sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. So does Michael Shaps himself, is he involved in any of the winemaking here?
Yeah. So
as opposed to
So he's
France.
He's super involved in the vineyards and the running of the business and making of his own wines.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he spends about 2 weeks every other month in Merceau at his place over there, and his daughter works with him over there. So.
Nice.